Hello friends, I am here to do this video about my collection of items from one of my favorite movies of all time, The Black Hole. Now this movie came out in 1979 made by Walt Disney Pictures. As you may imagine, around that era there were a lot of science fiction movies released trying to cash in on the success of Star Wars that came out in 77. Now it is true that Black Hole is one of them, though the production for that movie started much earlier than Star Wars. It was started around 1974 under the title of a space probe. It then went through a series of different writers and directors and producers, though still at Disney. But of course, when Star Wars came out and it was a smash success, that green-lighted the film so that they would hurry up and release it under the title of The Black Hole. Let's get started with the collection. We'll start first with, of course, the movie itself. Here on the DVD. There you go. There on the cover you see the spaceship that is featured in the film called the Cygnus, which in my opinion is one of the best looking spacecraft in all of science fiction. Really love that ship. Okay, I have the DVD because the Blu-ray is not available. As far as I know, they have not yet released it on Blu-ray, which is absolutely criminal. Alright. So this is what you get. Of course, like many movies, it had its novelization here, written by a very good writer, which is Alan Dean Foster, who has written many a novelization, including the one for Alien, and many others. A very good writer. The movie, of course, also had an excellent soundtrack by John Barry. Here we have it. Absolutely great music, great score. The main title theme is always, it's very spooky, very brooding, The movie itself is a flawed movie, but it's like I said, it's one of my favorite movies because it has that sense of awe and wonder that science fiction is supposed to have. As they enter the mysterious, what is the black hole? What will happen if you get close to it? The story concerns us, a group of scientists, and I believe a journalist played by Anthony Perkins, who are in deep space. They then encounter another spacecraft that was thought to be lost for many years. And it seems to be that this spacecraft, the Cygnus, is inhabited by only one person alone there, Dr. Reinhardt, who presides over a crew of robots. And his intention is to go into the black hole, to uncover its mysteries. The film has a great cast. Let me tell you here, it does Maximilian Schell as Dr. Reinhardt, Anthony Perkins, Robert Forster has appeared in many movies, Joseph Bottoms and Yvette Mimieux, the only woman in the film, and rounding off the cast, Ernest Borgnine. All right, yes, Ernest Borgnine in a science fiction movie. Here is another album. We have here The Black Hole. This is the story of the black hole, with dialogue and sound effects from the movie. Not the score, even though of course it does have music. Okay, I'll put it up as a gatefold and has some pictures. Like I said, of course, yes, trying to cash in a bit on Star Wars. We had a couple of cute robots, and then some robots that looked like stormtroopers, and then an evil-looking robot that kind of tried to be like Darth Vader, but not quite. All right. The movie also came out on VHS and Betamax. Also, I don't have those individual ones, but I do have this, which is the Black Hole Special Edition VHS tin. All right. And this is a limited edition of, well, not that limited because it's 10,000 made. and mine is number 3658. There you go. And I believe, don't quote me on this, this was only available in the Disney parks. All right, though I'm not too sure about that. I'm going to do turn the camera around and do a close-up of this so we can get a better look of what's inside. Here is the limited edition, the Black Hole VHS tin that I have. This one I bought on eBay for a pretty decent price. You know, I don't think I paid too much for it. All right, let's see what's inside. All right, so it is a tin. And we have some really cool here stills from the movie, which are kind of like lobby cards. All right, very good quality of them. There we have Dr. Reinhardt, the villain of the movie, alongside one of his minions. Here is, as the description says, the mile-long spacecraft Cygnus, monitoring the power of the black hole. Look at that picture, great stuff. There we have. Here we have Captain Hans Reinhardt, played by Maximilian Schell. Here, Alex Durant, which is Anthony Perkins, a journalist, and Harry Booth, which is Ernest Borgnine. The crew of the Cygnus. There we go. The awesome Maximilian, command robot of the Cygnus. This is a fantastic scene in the movie where the ship is caught in an asteroid shower and one of the asteroids goes into the ship itself, and the crew have to outrun it right there. A really amazing scene. By the way, I did see this movie in movie theaters. I was lucky enough for that, even though not in 1979. The thing is, I live in Mexico, and here the distribution system back then was a bit slow. So movies would come out maybe a year or 2 years after the fact. So I probably saw this one in the very early 80s, but I did see it in the movie theaters, and I'm grateful for that. Here we have two of the robots that live aboard the Cygnus, fighting the robots. The hero of our story, Captain Dan Holland, right there, played by Robert Forster. And here's the rest of the contents. Of course, the movie on VHS. I've never actually seen this VHS. And here we have this Journey into the Black Hole booklet, which is a veritable treasure trove of information. I mean, this has everything you need to know about the production and behind the scenes of the black hole. Really, really great stuff. A lot of text, a lot of information. You know, great pictures. Barring, you know, having like a special edition Blu-ray with a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff, this is the next best thing, because this is, if you have this, you probably know everything there is to know about the making of the black hole. Now we have here a couple of puzzles from the black hole. We have here their 500 people puzzles. This is the Cygnus. Look at that. I haven't done this one, you know, even though I'm a big fan of puzzles and making puzzles, because of all of that black space. So I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to start it and never finish it. There. I have done this other one, which is the crew of the Palomino. The Palomino is the spacecraft that encounters the Cygnus. Okay, and these are the heroes of our story. Right there we have Joseph Bottoms, Robert Forster, and Yvette Mimieux, as well as that robot there, which was voiced by Roddy McDowall in the film, even though I believe he is not credited in the credits, incredibly enough. I have made this one. I'll try to include a picture of the finished puzzle. The black hole also produced, you know, a lot of merchandise. Well, not as much as Star Wars, you know, not nearly as much, though I'm sure Disney's intention was to have it be that kind of success. Here we have one of the 2 board games that was released, Voyage of Fear. It's a simple roll and move game. I will also insert a picture of the board as it is laid out. Here we have one of the several books for children that were put out. This is the Black Hole Press Out book. It includes, of course, press outs. You can press these out to make models of the characters and the ships in the movie. Here you can use that one as a backdrop. And the Black Hole poster book, which is just a series of stills from the film. There's the robot whose name is Vincent. Okay. The Cygnus, great looking craft. Dr. Reinhardt on the deck of the Cygnus with Maximilian, the evil robot right there, hovering next to him. These are the minions of Dr. Reinhardt, which are silent creatures that do his bidding. One of the robots that enforce the law right there on the Cygnus. Note the similarity, slight similarity with stormtroopers right there. Here we have a storybook for the Black Hole, a golden book. It's got the story of the film and several color pictures. Really good one, this one. Black Hole storybook. Here we have the illustrated story in the form of a comic book. A color and activity book. You can color the pictures and do the activities. And another. This one is much more of an activity book. They also released a set of trading cards for the movie. I have here the full set. I'm going to try to turn the camera around so we can get a better look at these. Let's take a closer look at the trading cards that came out. Here I do have the entire set. Sorry about that glare, unavoidable here because they are all here in these special packs. There we go. We had some pictures on the front and the story summary on the back of the cards. And of course you also had cards like these that when you put them together they formed a puzzle. There we go. I don't know why some of these are backwards. I'm going to fix that as well. And of course a set of stickers, which I also have the full set of the stickers. And this, which is a box set of black hole items, which are like the book, coloring books. Let's see, a little golden book, a poster storybook, a press out book, a golden book of things to do, a coloring book, and 2 press out robot puppets, and a box of crayons, which it is included here. All of this. I'm going to turn the camera around so we can get a closer look at each of those items. Let's now take a closer look at this box set of items for the black hole, which was sold way back then. 4 books, 2 puppets, crayons, and the poster storybook. Right there is the items that are included. Let's take a look. Here we have the black hole coloring book, as well as some activities. Well, this is more of a coloring and activity book, and this is a coloring book. Here we have these 2 easy to assemble robot puppets for Maximilian and Vincent. And you know what? I may punch these out and assemble them. You know, why not? That's what they were meant for. Then we have this press out book for the movie, with a lot of, you know, items that you can press out and put together and put them right there in front of this diorama. Pretty cool stuff. We have here a little golden book, a spaceship adventure for robots. Here, let me try to get this open. There we go. Love these illustrations. And finally, a poster here, which I will extend. It also includes this double-sided poster. Here on one side we have the robot Vincent, voiced by Roddy McDowall. And on the other side we have scenes from the movie. This one is folded inside the box. This poster that I have here on my door, this movie poster is unfortunately not an original poster. It is a reproduction, but it looks pretty cool just the same. Now I don't have any of the toys for the black hole, except this one here, which my brother by chance found at a flea market. This is I believe it is the Anthony Perkins character, Alex Durant, which is the journalist. It is in a 3 3/4 scale. Very posable right there. And let's see if we can get a look at that face, which is, like I said, I'm pretty sure this is Anthony Perkins, the Anthony Perkins character. The only one that I have. Though I still may get more, you know, if I find them at the right price. Here's another item, and I hope we can get close enough to focus here. It's a pin for the black hole. Now let's see if we can get close enough and get this focused. If you can check that out, that is a Maximilian, the evil robot in the movie, and it is right there inside a letter M. And this is a pin that is sold in the Disney parks, right? Though I got this one on eBay. And there are pins of each of the letters of the alphabet, each of them representing a character in a Disney movie. In this case, M is for Maximilian. You will see it has a small Mickey Mouse there. That is an indication of what is called a hidden Mickey. Now this means that this pin is a bit rarer than normal pins, or so I've heard from people that collect the Disney pins, you know. Okay, but anyway, I am not a Disney pin collector, but I am the black hole collector, which is why I got this one. On the back, the pin back is also in the shape of a Mickey Mouse there. And there's the front. Pretty cool. Now here we have the Black Hole comic books. I have 3 of them. And in these first 2 issues, what we have is the adaptation of the movie itself. So it's part 1 and part 2. And here in this 3rd book, we have an adventure that happens after the movie ends. So this is not in the movie. So this is another story that happens after they go through the black hole. And they encounter, they go through like an alternate dimension. And they are back on the Cygnus again. All right, so I have these 3. There is a 4th issue of the black hole, though that one can be quite pricey and it's very rare to get. All right, these 3 I got. They were in their original bag here that was sold by Whitman Comics, and but I took them out of that plastic bag and I have them now individually bagged and boarded. I took them out of the bags and boards so we could get a better look at the covers. Now these 2 issues are the same illustrations that you have here in this one, in this illustrated adaptation of the exciting film. Let's take a look here. Like we have that page there, and we have it's there and it's over here. Of course, over here it's better because you have a better quality paper, so it is stood the test of time better, and it's almost brand new, perfectly white. Colors are more vibrant as well. Okay, well those are the Black Hole comic books. Really glad to have those. The last item I will show here is my the Black Hole Viewmaster reels, which I got also on eBay. They came in this package, and even though yes I have opened it, but you can put them back into the package right there, so that they're nice and protected. Plus I still have the package right there with a little synopsis on the back. You get the 3 reels, as is the custom with these Viewmaster reels, and in it you have the story. All right, and yes, for it I bought a new Viewmaster. This is not one of the old type, it's one of the modern type, but it works just the same. Okay, well I think that's the last item right here in the Black Hole collection. Well, that's it for my collection of items from the Black Hole. Now, the only ones that I don't have in the collection are the toys. Yes, a series of 12-inch dolls, or shall I say action figures, were released for the movie, as well as the 3 3/4 of an inch scale action figures. All right, and a couple of vehicles as well. I don't have those because those can be quite pricey if you try to get them on eBay. Most of the items here that I have bought on eBay, with the exception I believe of the movie itself and the board game. The movie I got it at a Best Buy, and the board game I got it at a flea market. The rest of the items I've hunted down over the years on eBay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video of the Black Hole collection. Check out the movie if you haven't. It's a really great movie. It's a movie that's much more reminiscent of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, because it has that sense of traveling on a craft to unknown destinations. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching, and so long.